Hello, how are you? I am back again, and today I thought I would share some really simple and fun ideas on what to talk about, like what to blog about, what to YouTube about, what to Instagram about, and just kind of like give you some fun kind of content ideas if you're stuck in a rut, if you don't really know what to talk about, if you're a new blogger and you don't really know what to share. I just find this list kind of really helpful for kind of like giving a little bit of inspiration of things that you might not have thought about talking about before. So I've got my cheat sheet. I'm gonna list a lot of things off. Some of them I'll expand on a little bit more, some of them I won't, but you know, I've got my cheat sheet. So let's dive into it because there's a lot to talk about. I think I've got 36 ideas here, so I really hope it's of help for new bloggers and new vloggers and old bloggers and vloggers who are just kind of like, sometimes you just kind of run out of steam and you don't really know what to talk about. So I thought this might be of help. First of all, a big favorite of mine, unboxings. Simple, easy, fun. You don't have to prepare and they're just really fun to do. Next, hauls. Go on ASOS, go Feel Unique, wherever you want. Buy a load of stuff, do a haul, chat about it. Like it's a bit like an unboxing but on a larger scale. Next, a room tour. This is really fun. I love to do them. You can either pan around and do like a 20-second video to music, or you can do a full in-depth room tour and really go into it. Second of all, home tours. Like you have to tidy up your entire house, but you know, people love a home tour. Or if you're going on holiday and you're staying in an Airbnb cottage, you can do a room or home tour of your Airbnb or even your hotel suite. Like if it's cute, why not? Next, DIY projects. I should have done some of these when I was renovating, but I didn't. But people love a DIY project and it's really fun to share the knowledge that you have. Next, organization products. Clear out some drawers, organize, sort your stuff out, share it. Monthly empties, a little bit like an unboxing, but the other way around. And it's really fun and people love to hear a real in-depth review of products. After you've used the entire thing, you can do it on food, beauty, I don't know, just empty stuff. You could even do a candle one or a perfume one, but it's a really, really, really fun thing to do. And also it gives people a lot of knowledge on what you've been using, because if you've been using that serum, you've got like literally 4 months experience of using that serum and people want to know. Monthly favorites. I try and do these, but more on my blog. They're really fun to do. You just pick out things that you like from the month. It can be your dog, it can be dog walks, it can be food that you've made, it can be podcasts you've listened to, it can be perfumes that you've worn, clothes that you've worn, things you've bought, just a real mismatch of places that you've been, things that you've done, and it's a really, really, really fun way to look back at the month. Next, you can recommend things. You can recommend podcasts, books, audiobooks, films, TV shows, games, anything that you want. I personally listen to a lot of podcasts, as you probably know by now, and I like to do a podcast recommendation list. Like I know a lot of podcasts, I listen to a lot of podcasts, I feel like I can give people a really good podcast list, and that's a really fun thing to do. However, I don't really read many books. Like I listen to audiobooks, but I don't really read many books. So I personally wouldn't do a book recommendation video or post, but I definitely would do an audiobook one or a podcast one. So, you know, just pick something that you do a lot, recommend them in a big kind of edit. You can kind of do them as like a true crime or productivity or business. Like you can kind of do whatever you're into, but you can kind of, you know, recommend your favorite chick lit books or whatever, and people will really enjoy it. And if people like other books that you've recommended, then they'll know that they're probably going to like the other books that they haven't listened to or read that you're recommending. God, I really waffled on for that one. Sorry about that. Next one, cooking tutorials. I'm not a great cook, so I haven't done many of these, but if you are a good cook, you can do a tutorial and again, it will help people. Next, get ready with me's. I don't really do these because like sometimes people are like getting ready and they're literally in their underwear. I'm not gonna do that. And also I don't really like putting my makeup on in front of people because I always get it wrong if people are looking. It's that kind of weird thing where like the minute people watch you do something, you're just gonna go like this with your lipstick. But yeah, if you feel confident getting ready in front of people, people love a get ready with me video. Next, craft with me. Make something, show it, share it, show people how you do it. It'll be really fun, especially if it's seasonal, like Halloween or Christmas or Valentine's Day themed. It's really fun. Next, this is not very lockdown friendly, but once we're out of lockdown, come shopping with me. It can be anywhere. It can be to Topshop, it can be to thrift stores, it can be antique shopping. Just come shopping with me. People will want to see what you're looking at and what you're trying on, and it'll just be fun. Next, how-tos. How-tos are brilliant. I love YouTube for kind of like showing me how to do stuff. And if you have stuff that you know how to do, you can share that wisdom and find new like followers that way as well. Like people love to know how to do stuff and see it first. Like we were getting our house repointed and we watched loads of how-to videos before we did it. Not that we even did it ourselves, but just because we wanted to learn more about repointing before we got our pointing done, so that we knew the questions that we wanted to ask to the repointers. Like, do you know what I mean? So like just even showing how to do stuff might just give people more questions that they want to know the answers to, if that makes sense. Anyway, how-to videos are brilliant. Next, share stories. Just like literally tell people about interesting things that have happened or are happening, or just kind of share, like just share, tell a story, see what happens. Next, morning routines, hugely popular. I've never done one, but people love, love, love a morning routine. Next, give advice on something that you're pretty good at. Like you have to be like fairly confident. You have to be kind of like 10 steps ahead of other people. You don't need to be an expert. It's good if you are, but if you have something that you can give advice on, that's a really, really, really helpful video because we can all learn together. So you could give advice on money, life, parenting, home, career, whatever you want. Next, a day in the life video. I have never managed to do these because I'll start with really good intentions and then I'll forget. Or I'll wake up in the morning, completely forget I was gonna do my day routine, and then I'll remember like halfway through the day and then it's too late. So not for the disorganized, but if you're having like a really cool fun day, like if you're going to London for the day, or if it's your birthday, you can do a day in the life of video. And that is always a really, really, really popular video, especially if you do something interesting. Next, workout videos. People love a workout. Or stretching. I've seen stretching videos are very popular as well. Next, makeup and beauty routine videos. You can show people how you do it. You can give your best tips and tricks and advice and just show how you do your makeup, how you do your skincare routine, especially if you're pretty good at it. Like if you used to work at like Space NK and you know loads about the perfect double cleanse, share it, show how it's done. Next, you could do tips on saving money. I find this really helpful when people talk about money, especially on the internet, because it just teaches me stuff and it gives me ideas on how I can either cut back or spend more, but spend more effectively. And I just think it's a really good topic to cover. Next, step outside the door and show people your local area. If you live in a really great town or city that people aren't really talking about and you feel like you should tell people more about it, then you could be that person. I live in Margate. Margate's amazing. I should probably step outside my house and be like, these are the shops you need to go to. These are the restaurants you need to go to. This is the beach and come and enjoy. Do you know what I mean? Like get outside, do some tours of your local area and really show people what to do if they come to Dublin for the day. Like what to do if you go to Belfast for the weekend. Like let them know. And by the way, I know there's other places to visit apart from Ireland, but I think I'm just really obsessed with going to Ireland. Next, just generally share your skills. Doesn't matter what your skill is. It could be related to your job, could be related to like how you look after your pets. It could be anything in the world. Makeup, beauty, cooking, career related, anything. If you've got skills, share them. Next, fashion try-ons, a little bit like a haul, but probably things that you've already got in your wardrobe. Just kind of like showing people how to refresh items, style items, kind of like give a new lease of life to things. Maybe take older items that a lot of people have and put the new trends on them. That can be a really fun video. Next, just simply review your favorite products. We all have our very, very, very favorite products, our own personal beauty heroes. Do an in-depth review. I know I can talk about like Jo Malone Red Roses until the cows come home. I can literally do a 5 or 10 minute video on that one product alone. So if you have something like that, do a full in-depth, like passionate review about it, because people will want to know why they need it too. Next, share daily affirmations. Make people feel good, like make people hear good stuff every day. Like share a daily affirmation, talk a little bit fully about it, make it short, make it long, whatever you want to do, but share something positive with your audience. It's going to make them feel good and just like make them go, yeah, you know, yeah. Next, an Ask Me Anything video. Easy sneezy, just ask your people what they want to know and they'll ask you questions, you answer them, done. Next, document a project. It could be anything. It could be planning a birthday party, could be buying a house and everything involved in buying a house. It could be to do with decorating a house, fostering children, anything you want, but share a product, like a process, a project, something from start to finish, and really like take people through it with you and let them know everything that you've learned as you're learning it. Next, life hacks. If you're one of those people that has like a life hack for everything, share it. Next, tell a ghost story. Like everybody loves a good ghost. If you've got a ghost story, share it with the world. Next, organization tips. Maybe you are the pro packer. Maybe you are the best drawer cleaner outer ever. Share your organization tips. And maybe it's like spreadsheet related. Maybe just show people your spreadsheets. People want to see your spreadsheets, I promise. Next, if you have a kind of an interesting career or something that's kind of hard to get into, like share that. Like I used to work in fashion and like people would ask me like, how did you get here? And like they wanted to know. And like if you're in a field or a career that people are kind of really interested in, then share that advice. Like share how you got there and how others can get there. And people will be really, really, really interested, and you never know, it might help somebody land their dream job. Next, if you have your own business, share business advice. Not the glamorous stuff, the unglamorous stuff, the stuff that people never talk about, the stuff you genuinely need to know. Taxes, accounting, hiring, firing, HR, everything a small or medium-sized business might need to know about. Like share your business advice, share your best tips, share your best tricks, share everything that you can share, and it might again really help someone. Next, productivity tips. This isn't one for me because I am a procrastinator. I am not productive. I am a procrastinator, so I need to watch videos on this. But if you are good at productivity, share your gift with the world. Next, share some inspiring stories. Give people that little piece of inspiration, that little nugget of wisdom and joy, and just kind of inspiration that's gonna like get them to be like, do you know what, I can do this, and just share that, because sometimes people need a little bit of inspiration to get them going, especially during COVID, especially in the winter months. So share an inspiring story. Finally, if the pot has run dry, if you are struggling so hard, you've got nothing left to give, you feel like you've shared it all, then look around at your friends and family, look around at people you know, work colleagues, acquaintances, like people that you know are friends of friends that you may not have ever met, but you want to ask them questions. Interview them, get them to come on your podcast, get them to come on your YouTube channel, your blog, whatever, but get them, ask them questions, get them to share their best information with you, and you can share it with your audience. And again, it's going to help people. It's all about giving fun, entertainment, tips, tricks, advice, and helping. Like that's what it's all about. So just remember that. So I hope that's of help. I mean, it's only 36 ideas. There's so many more. Like you can do restaurant reviews, cafe reviews, hotel reviews. You can go on day trips, you can go on holidays. There's so much you can do, but these are just 36 that I kind of like brain dumped onto a page, and I thought I would share them with you. Anyway, that is my video. I've talked for so much longer than I expected, but I hope it's of help. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you again very soon. Have a lovely day. Goodbye.